This is Sully for antisocialnews.com, and this is the body count report for Monday, August the 14th, 2017. I'm going to be jumping into a terrorist story from Africa, Burkina Faso. 18 people gunned down in a Turkish restaurant. There is no, as of yet, I don't believe there's been a group claiming responsibility, but it's thought to be al-Qaeda in the Islamic Maghreb or al-Mourabitoun. So keep an eye on this story. I put 3 links to 3 different stories. You can see some video on the subject. For copyright, I'm not going to play it, but you can go to these links. Al Jazeera, BBC, and Manila Times on this story. We're going to be moving on to Irish Times, covering the Korean Peninsula here. We have, I'm going to try not to go off. I'm re-recording because I went off too much. These people are stupid. They're stupid. And we're putting cameras in their faces because they don't like Trump. And we think that's just, oh, they don't like Trump too. Just so you know, like, the common sense opinion is North Korea has been threatening the world for quite a while. So, yeah, no. Like, most people don't have Trump-nesia, but these people have Trump-nesia. They don't remember the world before Trump, so they don't like Trump. Therefore, maybe every bad guy that doesn't like Trump, even though those bad guys were around before Trump was president, maybe they have a point, which is just stupid. And also, on top of that, they're afraid of technology. They don't want a high-tech missile defense system to protect them and the world from potential missiles. It infuriates me so much because 2 reasons. One, when I was working contracts with law enforcement, I was told by just an idiot in security about wearing body armor. He goes, if you wear that, people are gonna shoot at you. He literally thought that the body armor invited gunshots. Like, people see people in body armor and go, oh, he's wearing body armor, I must defend my neighborhood. And they start shooting at men in body armor coming through, which doesn't happen. That's just stupidity. To think that me protecting myself would invite gunshots, and no, I wore body armor in contracting for years, and I never got shot at. The dumbest concept. I mean, if you wanted to actually say something logical, it would be like, hey, if you're wearing in a situation where you're not going to get shot at, it could actually be a liability in a melee situation because it provides more weight in a fight. You know, that would have been like a logical pro and con for body armor, but thinking that just defending yourself passively was going to invite negative attacks upon your person is stupid. It's a stupid thing. Always defend yourself. Any way you can possibly defend yourself legally, defend yourself. Get a self-defense pin. Learn martial arts. Defend yourself. Wear body armor if you're in law enforcement. Defend yourself. Don't think, I better not, or bad guys will come at me because I know martial arts. That's stupid. That's dumb. Just educate yourself, defend yourself, and don't think that bad guys are going to be invited because you defend yourself. These South Koreans think that way too. They think if there was a passive missile defense system that will protect not only them, but the entire world from any errant missiles flying around, maybe from North Korea, obviously, because of all the rhetoric for decades since before Donald Trump was president. Yeah. Imagine this, too. We live in a world where guns exist, right? Guns exist. They kind of exist, right? A little bit. So, guns exist in this world. The human race, the entire species, has got to the point where we used to stab things with sticks, then we shot things with bows, and then gunpowder, and then we put the gunpowder into tubes, and we figured out how to fire it off. We know what a gun is as a species. So, if we could figure out a way to literally take things shot out of guns out of the air before they hit innocent people, that would be amazing. That would be so cool. Could you imagine a bad guy going into a civilian area and trying to shoot up, and the bullets just don't reach people because they're being intercepted by science? You know, some amazing technology that literally takes bullets out of the air. That would be so cool, right? That's what we're trying to put in North Korea, but it'll save so many more people's lives because it takes actual missiles out of the air. And they're protesting that because they don't like human life, I guess, or technology. They either don't like technology or human life, or being smart. They might be allergic to being smart because smart people make this stuff. They should trust smart people. They should trust the South Korean government, which pretty smart people there in South Korea, except them. They are the stupid South Koreans. These ones right here, these ones in this article, idiots. South Korean government, on the other hand, cool, very smart people. These idiots, these people who got bad grades in school, should trust the people who got good grades in school and let them put in that amazing miracle of technology, missile defense system in their country to protect their dumbasses. This story hurts my brain so much. Let's move on. Holy crap. Okay. This is infrastructure versus nature, and nature is winning in India, Nepal, and Bangladesh. 165 people killed. And you know, these are rough numbers too. When you have these mass disasters over such wide spaces, these are rough numbers. These numbers, of course, could go up. You know, there's all sorts of various body counts in these stories. 46 people in Pradesh, and 47 people over here presumed dead in Nepal, and it's a rough story to read just because we really take infrastructure for granted here in America. We were heading to go record a video with the Slants on Saturday, and we got stuck in the rain, and I mean just this torrential downpour that was just insane. And at one point we were driving in downtown DC, and we could not see because of the way the rain was coming around the building. And my wife's like, "Are we gonna die?" I'm like, I hope not. You know, it's because we couldn't see, cars were still going. It was a mess. But you know, you don't really think about it, but that was a crazy situation. But we have the infrastructure that our roads didn't wash away, the buildings didn't start falling apart, and that's something that some places around the world aren't as blessed with. And speaking of that, we have 300 dead in Sierra Leone with mudslide and flooding. So this is, just to put this in perspective, this is 3 countries with 165 dead. This is 1 country with over 300 dead, about twice as many people. So this is pretty horrific. Our thoughts go out to the people there in Sierra Leone. And, yeah. Alright. Check this story out. Link is, of course, in the description. And, you know what? Time to move on to this story. This is the one that this is the one I need to read. So let's read this together. Because I don't understand. I can't understand from the title. Drill, which means not a real thing, a practice thing. Kills, but the kills is in quotation marks. Well, half quotation. And then 5 local terrorists. And I was just like, these are the terrorists that y'all know. You're all like, oh, those are those terrorists that we know. You know. It's out of Manila Times. I love Manila Times, but this is trying my love. Let's try it. Let's read this. Okay, Bataan. 5 local terrorists died as they tried to attack the police station here. That sounds not at all what that title says. Okay, so these are just dead people. They're not dead, they're dead. On board a car, the armed men, one in police uniform, approached the closed front gate of the police station and told police officers they were there for inspection. Okay. Police officers on duty asked for a password, but instead the armed men opened fire. 2 police officers stood their ground and fired back, hitting one of the terrorists. By this time, the deputy police chief had already called for reinforcement. Another terrorist attempted to throw a hand grenade, but was also shot dead. The 3 remaining armed men then escaped on board a car, but were flagged down at a checkpoint put up by responding government troops a few meters from the Roman superhighway. The Roman superhighway. Ooh, that sounds cool. The armed men engaged the pursuing operatives and were slain by superior lawmen. Nicely written. However, these were only simulation exercises participated in by members of the police public safety company, special weapon and tactics bomb squad, and the Abu Ghraib police. They tricked me. This is an exercise in preparedness of the police against the attack of any criminal group. Inspector Eric Manuel Abukai, deputy police chief, explained. He said the exercise was regularly done in all police stations in the province based on the directive of Provincial Director Senor, I wonder what SUPT means, Superintendent? Benjamin Silo Jr. Okay, so this is literally about a drill. When they just start out with that five local terrorists dead, this is very bizarre, but I like it. I like it. They tricked me, and this is about fighting for their lives, because this is about them staying ready, because in the Philippines this could happen. And if you don't understand why I'm saying that, maybe you're thinking, what? Philippines? That's that place where, like, those pancit canton and good food comes from. But yes, that is true. But also, it's where there are all sorts of armed militias and terrorist groups that the Philippine government is fighting occasionally or currently, and police need to stay on their toes. So it's a very interesting story. Check out some of the other Manila stories that I have put in the previous link list, and there's one I did last week about the Abu Sayyaf group hostages escaping. So check that out. The war on terror over there is pretty wild. I wasn't expecting that to be a fun story. I thought that was going to be kind of crazy, but that turned out to be. That just made me happy that it turned out to be all a drill, just like the title told me. Okay, okay. I'm glowing. I'm beaming. This is wonderful. It ended. It ended on a good note. So read the story, and there's another story there. Maybe I'll put a link to that too, about the Abu Sayyaf hostage. Another one escaped. Good. I don't like all the dark, sad stories about people losing their lives. I like the stories about people fighting for their lives. Because that's what this is about. Life or death situations. And I do that because I think life is precious. So, thanks for watching. This has been Sully for antisocialnews.com. Check out my beautiful shirt, antisocialnews.com. And also shout out to the Slants. Thank you for recording stuff with me. I did it. If you didn't see yesterday, I did a Kamikaze Cowboy with Simon Tam as my guest star. I have to concisely say a complex news story in 1 minute, and actually got graded by a person who made the news that I was trying to concisely sum up there. So check that out. I will put a link to it at the end of this video. And thank you so much for dropping in. That was a crazy news story. Let's see here. Maybe I should just go to bed. I think I should just go to bed. I got so much to do. I should do my laundry. That's what I should do. I should probably mute the microphone or add music. I should add music to this part. I can't use any of my friends' music because it's all copyrighted. I have a lot of friends that make music though. Maybe I should pay them to make a song just for this. Body count report.